Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Papyrus in the state of Massachusetts for the second race of round one in the chase for the Cup. We're here at Papyrus for 38 laps of action for the 2018 NRSL Mountain Dew Formula One Cup Series, making sure I say everything here. Last season we ran 22-lap race here. Now we do not run cautions here. This year it's a 38-lap event, so a lot longer of a race. By far the longest road course race of the season. So on the pole is the driver who finished second here last season, Philip Parker. So Parker hoping to do what he did last year and try and get a win at this racetrack, especially with his contract up in the air. Unsure if he will return to the six machine next season. Next to him in the 27 is a winner from last year. That's James Qualls. In row 2 we have Michael Amato, who finished third last week at Pikes Peak. Next to him, Matthew McIntyre. Row 3 we have Philip Goldberg and Emmanuel Hartnett, two teammates. In row 4 we have Samet Oskin and John Nunn. And in row 5 we have chasers Seth Cole and Joshua Osborne. The rest of your chase drivers starting today: Jonathan Zorlin in 11th with Charles Jackson next to him in 12th. TJ Hanley starts 14th. Alex Gray is starting in 19th. There's another bunch of chasers right next to each other. Zach Flickinger starting 20th. Andrew Rich is already locked in the round 2. He starts 21st today. Next to him, William Brock. Another driver who finished well here last season, getting 7th. Seth Cole, by the way, finished 6th here in last year's race. Andrew Rich did not finish the race, as did a couple other drivers. We'll get to that in a second. Rest of the guys, we've got Cole Deaver in 26th, Austin Alves 28th, DJ Curtis 31st, Johnny Gardner 36th, Deanna Jones, another poor starting position, 39th for her. 40th, Diego Yepes, and 42nd, Cody Hagan again qualifies last. But looking at last year's finishing order, the following drivers finished in the top 5 return this year. Zach Rogers, who won the race from last place, starts 15th. Philip Parker finished 2nd, Sanford 3rd, and Nate Rogers finished 5th. We'll get to the rest of that. We're about to get ready to go trackside for the command of fire engines here at Papyrus on this cloudy afternoon.
Let's get ready to rumble!
As the command has been given, looking at the rest of the drivers who returned this season, the only other ones from the top 10 include Seth Cole, who got 6th, and Brock, who got 7th. And then your notable chase drivers finishing last year to this year, who actually were running. Austin Alves got 19th, Alex Gray 20th, Charles Jackson 21st, Deanna Jones finished 23rd. Sorlin was 24th and Flickinger 26th. Both of those guys were one lap down. Gardner 30th, Curtis 36th, and Rich 37th were all DNF drivers. So we'll see what will happen here this time around. Second race of round 1, 38 laps. The draft here is pretty strong coming off this corner. We'll see a lot of passes coming to the start-finish line and going into the first few corners. But without further ado, 96 degrees, cloudy conditions. These cars will be flying today. Green flag is out. We're underway at Papyrus. And already saw the 9 car did not get a good jump on the start. Now last season when we came here, we elected to look at all incidents after the race had ended. This year we'll be doing that during pit stops. So fly down here, 211 miles an hour for Philip Parker. These guys are flying today. The cloudy conditions really let these motors run a lot better. And this is one of the trouble corners we can see throughout the day. But remember, road courses, no cautions. Not seeing any smoke so far. So far so good, clean out here today. .205 miles an hour already coming down to the start-finish line. Qualls will make a move for the lead. These guys are just running so fast that the draft at this point does nothing but Qualls to the inside of Parker. As they're 3 wide, Austin, Goldberg, McIntyre. Now McIntyre with Hartnett and John Nunn. As Parker falls out of the lead, Qualls goes to the front. But yes, 1 lap down, no trouble. This is also another corner with possible implications, as there is Joshua Osborne, currently highest of our chase drivers in the running order. As he goes side by side with John Nunn, Seth Cole, you can see there on towards the outside of McIntyre. And the way you break into this corner can mean everything. Osborne with a good run. There's Seth Cole, Jackson right behind him. There's Sorlin in the 5. And Hanley is side by side with Charles Sanford, one of the guys who finished really well here last year. Sanford still looking for his first one in 2018. Interesting enough, Zach Rogers actually won this race from a starting position of 42nd, so we have seen drivers in the past also starting all the way in the back tend to do really well here over the course of the race for some reason. I guess that pit stall selection works really well here for whatever reason. So watch out for the likes of Deanna Jones, Diego Yepes, Cody Hagan. They might be finishing in the top 10 today because of their pit stall selection alone. Still no signs of any incidents. Actually, let's go back to the 8 of Cody Hagan and see how he's doing. And here he is. Eli Bright riding behind him. There's Nico Tringali. Ooh, look at the run the 8 gets there. Deanna Jones. Yepes also making moves. Gardner has fallen backwards. So far, a clean race. Kind of shocked, to be honest. Remember, we had a lot of incidents here last year. Only 28 cars finished the race. Or no, actually less than that. I believe it was 26, 25 cars finished the race. Look at Alexander Rowe on the inside line making some headway. Everybody doing a really good job right now. Let's find Andrew Rich, as you all know. This car right here is locked into round 2, and he's just sitting here in 20th place having a good time. There's the 4 car. That 4 machine finished 2nd place with Philip Parker last year. Now Tony Green in the ride. Almost won at Surfers Paradise as well as Auto Club earlier this season. So Green still trying to get that 4 car in the victory lane. We hit lap 5. Just want to go over the top non-chasers coming into today's race. They include the 4 of Tony Green, who's got 20 points over Michael Amato. And then Amato has 7 points over both Peter Sands and Kev Shear. Going from 21st to 25th in the points, it's Caleb Hoffman, your defending champion. Dylan Young, James Qualls, John Arndt, and James Shelley, who shot up 7 spots with his run last week. Very good racing here today. Let's go on board with Zach Rogers for a lap. And we'll show you just how incredible this racetrack truly can be. We'll wait till he gets to the start-finish line. He's riding behind Dylan Young and Charles Jackson. 217 miles an hour into turn 1. It's just absolutely insane. And get to turn 2 right here. See, you really have to slow down. There's 3 wide up front for the lead, so things are definitely starting to heat up. You see all the way back up, down this hill, all the way up to 214 miles an hour yet again. And this is one of the diciest corners. You see all the way down to about 165. Left-hander here being on the high line is actually more beneficial. You maintain a lot more speed. And this is the long straight. This is where draft is huge. Look at this, already up to 200 miles an hour right here. If this car had a 5th gear, you'd be shifting to that 5th gear right now. Look at that, 215 at the line. Back up front. Qualls led it at the line that time, but you see Philip Parker already back to the lead. And look at TJ Hanley, one of our chase drivers who has not won this season, sitting up here in the top 5. Osborne's right there behind him. Seth Cole also in the top 10. So Hanley looking for what could be his first career victory. Reminder that out of our rookies in the field, Cole Devers won twice. Yepes and Osborne have both won 1 race apiece. Meanwhile, Hagan and Hanley are the 2 rookies without wins that made this chase, and now Hanley's making a move for 2nd place on Philip Goldberg. And he will complete the pass off the last corner. Qualls and Oskin side by side. There you see Seth Cole stalking behind those guys. But you can see draft is really starting to come into a factor now with these older tires. As you can see from Hanley, his last lap was a 2nd off his best. Now I forget exactly when pit stops commence here, but I believe it is around lap 10. I could be wrong. It actually might start sooner than I think. But once they pit, things will really get split up, and I really got to give a hand to these drivers. They've been running so clean today. Goldberg moved back up to 2nd, and now he's tracking down the 6th Parker. So Parker's really out to get this W here this year. Goldberg will really get the suck up this time. Still no signs of anyone pitting now. These drivers can all make it to lap 10. They will all only have to pit 3 times, but if we see anyone pit here, they would theoretically have to pit a total of 4 times today, as Goldberg will get to the inside of Parker. And Goldberg will fly by Parker for the race lead. So there's the top 4. Seth Cole in 5th, Oskin 6th, Osborne 7th. 8th is McIntyre, 9th Hartnett, and 10th is Amato. Sorlin and Sands running back here. There's Zach Rogers with some contact to Charles Sanford. That could have been a wreck. With where it was, we could have seen cars sliding down the track. But no one has pit yet. 3.7 mile road course, really fast track. These guys do it in a minute 10. So Hanley up to 3rd. And there it is. Hanley will be the first to pit as a lot of guys stay out. So they come into pit, finishing lap 9. So these drivers right here will be close. Out of the chase drivers, I see Yepes, Brock, Jackson, and Hanley. So we'll see how these drivers do. Yepes is one of the few at the back of the field. Remember, we talked about seeing how those who started near the rear would possibly be moving their way up to the pit stall. So now Goldberg takes the lead. Seth Cole followed him by. Where's the 6? Oh, the 6 held on. Okay, I thought I saw Goldberg make a move for the lead, and I guess it did not work. Parker already, oh, he got the lead, but he must have already got back. Wow, that's incredible. So Goldberg will yet again get the run. We'll see if it's worth it, if he stays out or not. And they're all coming down. Most of the field pretty much coming down. Andrew Rich is actually going to stay out. Did he have to hit the brake pedal at all, though? Oh, I think he did. He lost a good amount of time. I think he was trying to pit, but he couldn't get down. We'll see if Rich can make it back to the pit lane. They're locked into the next round. I mean, I don't blame them for taking this risk here. If they can pit 3 times while everyone else possibly has to pit 4, could really give them a good chance at winning this race. And see, nothing hindering his horsepower. They've still got fuel in this thing. Only thing hindering him is his worn tires, so this track is not that good of a late pitter. And here he comes down this time by, so Andrew Rich able to stretch it another lap, and we'll be back when the field is completely cycled out. We're back here at Papyrus. The field has cycled out. And when TJ Hanley gets to the line, he will lead his first lap of the day. James Qualls, Sam Oskin, second and third. Top 3 of the group that pit the first time by. Excuse me. Oskin makes the move for second. Goldberg sits 4th, Parker 5th, Nunn 6th, Young 7th, Seth Cole in 8th, Osborne 9th, and Matthew McIntyre sits in 10th. Sorrell in 11th, Brock 12th, Jackson 13th, Gray 14th, Rich is 15th, Devers 16th, and Yepes up to 17th place. Flickinger also running up here now in the top 20. Austin Alves. Deanna Jones still in 29th. Zach Rogers down to 30th. Incident between the 19 and 12 coming into pit road. We didn't see it or show it, but there was a big gap between the 12 and the 19, and the 19 could not slam the brakes hard enough, and he rammed into the back of the 12. And the 12's car is heavily damaged in the back end. You can see he is not able to hold on to any position, so incident between 2 non-chasers. Doesn't really hamper a lot of things, but Andrew Rich, as you might have seen, who has the freshest tires and the best chance to make it all the way to the end if everyone else has to pit, sits 15th. So that's really incredible. I thought he would have lost a lot more time. TJ Hanley continues to lead as Sam Oskin, who went to victory lane at Sebring last year, is pushing, looking for that road course win. Number 2 is all over the bumper of the rookie TJ Hanley. Qualls remains in 3rd. Not halfway yet in this race, but Hanley really looking to get this first career victory in round 2 of the playoffs. I remember last year, guys, we didn't have any Chase drivers win. I believe actually that the only driver who did win at the time had already been eliminated, and that was James Shelley at Homestead. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure we had, because Seth Cole did not make the chase with his win, and he got 2 wins in the playoffs. This year we've already had 1 Chase driver win, and now we're looking at TJ Hanley trying to get his first career win here in the second round. Seth Cole sits in 7th, Osborne 9th, and Sorlin sits 10th. If those guys can draft up to the lead pack, we'll have a pretty good battle on our hands. Really all depends when these guys pit the second time. If they can make it to lap 19 and pit coming to lap 20, everyone should be confirmed to be able to make it on 3 pit stops. However, if they have to pit at lap 18 to lap 19, they'll be close, and their tires will be shot at the end of the race. So that could really make things interesting. I want to see 109.95. I want to look at the 18. Really, no one's gaining anything. Goldberg's leading his group. John Nunn 5th, Seth Cole 6th, Young 7th, McIntyre 8th. These guys are kind of fighting back here. Really not gaining any ground. As you can see, Andrew Rich's tires have really come into play. He's already up to 13th. He's passed Jackson and Brock. And now he's looking for 12th on Osborne. So Rich is really looking dangerous right now. You know, these guys don't want to see him win another race. He's already got 6 of them. And crazy enough, none of Andrew Rich's 6 career victories are on a road course. So Rich, the only type of track Rich has yet to win at has been a road course. So we'll see what happens. Samuel Oskin led that lap at the line. Goldberg is starting to catch. So Hanley falls to 3rd, and Oskin takes the lead for the first time today. Still a long way to go, though. We're not even halfway yet. But here we go, lap 17 coming to 18. This could be big right here. If they pit on 18 coming to 19, it could be a big sign. Everyone pit on lap 9 coming to 10. So if we see them pit later at lap 27 to 28, that's when things could get dangerous as James Qualls heads to the race lead. Hanley's got a run on the left side of Oskin. Can he make it work off the corner? He does, but will he clear? And he's going to run the bottom line. Oskin will get a pretty good run here off the corner, as we have failed to notice an incident between the 83 and the 26 apparently. Oh, yep, there was an incident between these two. Peter Sands also on pit road, possibly involved. Not seeing any other cars really with damage. Everyone stays out except the 27. So Qualls pits early. That'll give him the track position. Hanley back to the front. So an incident between, it looks like the 12, 26, and 83. 3, another non-chase implications incident. But we'll go look at that while these guys complete their pit stops. Alright guys, we're going to play this one for you in full motion. Nate Rogers is riding behind Tony Green in 26th when coming to the front stretch. A kaboom! Something breaks right in front of John Art and Indiana Jones. And Rogers is running up top, and now he's trying to get to the bottom. But he makes a move at a bad moment, and Rickleman has nowhere to go. And then Peter Sands gets collected as well. Luckily, no one else was involved, but my goodness. What an incident. And we'll take you back to the live action. These three guys' days are over. We're back here at Papyrus. As you saw what happened to the wreck, we're coming to the completion of lap 21. Pit stops have completed, and Andrew Rich is up to 3rd place. He pit with the 2nd group, and there was actually a 3rd group that pit headed by Seth Cole and Alex Gray. As you can see, the field is a lot more split up, but here's your guys up here running for this win right now. Oskin, Hanley, Rich, John Nunn, Dylan Young's in 5th, Qual 6th, and Alex Gray 7th. Seth Cole in 8th. These guys with the freshest rubber. We'll see if Seth Cole can catch up with his driving ability. Back in 9th is William Brock, 10th Charles Jackson, Sorlin in 11th, Goldberg in 12th, Deaver 13th, Yepes, Alves all right up here. There's Flickinger, Osborne, Deanna Jones still near the back. Cody Hagan as well. DJ Curtis not having a good day. Neither is Johnny Gardner. Small incident between James Shelley and who was it? Somebody else hit the back of the one car entering pit road. But as we're coming to the start finish line, the complete lap 22, Andrew Rich is going to make it 3 wide. No, back to 2 wide. Hanley back to the lead as Rich and teammate John Nunn are flying towards the lead. Dylan Young's going to follow right behind them. John Nunn, one of the 2 drivers of Bulldog Motorsports without a win this year in 2018, as they're 3 wide. They're almost 4 wide. They're 3 wide now for 4th. Gray stalking in 7th. Oskin, Hanley, Qualls. It's really heating up now. These guys know they've got one more pit stop and then it's game on. We'll see if these guys end up having any more failures. You know, we saw the 83 blow up. Probably a big concern for Tringali. However, Tringali sits 34th. But Andrew Rich is going to lead another race. And it really doesn't even matter now that we're in. He won Pikes Peak. He's locked into round 2. He's going out for another 5 playoff points. And he's really doing a great job of looking to make the rest of his playoffs really easier as far as points go. But Dylan Young's going to fly to his inside to take this race lead. And Seth Cole is not catching up. It's a 7-car race for this win. Seth Cole did not have enough draft range. But Young, Nunn, Oskin, all drivers without wins in 2018. Young and Nunn, period, with no wins in their careers. Oskin with a single one from Sebring in 2017. Dylan Young leads. Oskin will look for second here on Nunn, but he's got no help. And Oskin will have to fall back in line as Rich will now look to make a move for third. Hanley and Qualls falling back a bit. Not sure if that's due to tires. But Rich will make the move on third. There's Alex Gray creeping up from 5th. And Gray has got the same fresh tires that Andrew had on the last run. It's a 2-lap difference between him and the 22, and I think Gray will easily clear Oskin, and he will. So Rich and Gray passing the 22 machine. Gray's going to elect to run a little bit of a higher line than the 53. That's going to give him a good run down this straight. But big props to TJ Hanley coming to a really, really fast, high-speed road course and running so well. So Young still, though, continuing to lead up front. We might be seeing James Qualls lose the draft here. We're getting closer to that last cycle of pit stops. Seth Cole has been caught by Jackson and others. We'll see if that group can maybe catch it all. Qualls really diving it into this corner. Hanley will get the run off. He'll hold on to 6th. Now John Nunn has fallen from 2nd. Andrew Rich and Gray go by again. And now these two will try and catch Dylan Young. Remember, Gray has the freshest tires of the group. Gray finished nowhere near the top 10 last season. So very interesting to see if Gray can pull off a W here at a road course. Remember, Gray has won 2 races this season, I believe. No, he's only won 1 race. I'm sorry. He has the lone win from Richmond. Last year he won twice at Kansas and Daytona in the summer. So Gray is a multi-type track driver. Unknown if the RCR equipment holding the 3-car back, driver of the 3-car back. But he's making it work. I don't think Gray's one to count out of this championship. But now Andrew Rich driving on the left side of Dylan Young. And Andrew Rich will clear Dylan Young for the race lead. We'll see what Alex Gray does here in 3rd. He's still a bit ways back. We see Gray getting through this corner a lot better than Dylan Young. He should get a good enough run here maybe to make the move for 2nd. Is he gonna do it? No sign of the move yet. Coming to 11 to go. And Rich will lead that lap, but Young back to the inside, and Alex Gray will follow. And I think I might have seen a car on pit road, and there appears to have been maybe another incident between William Brock, Philip Parker, and Austin Alves. So a 3-car wreck, including 2 chase drivers. That could really, really shake up the field. And we will look at that incident during the next round of pit stops as soon as we see one of these drivers fly down pit road. Wondering if it was possibly another manufacturer mechanical failure, as we see the spin marks up here in this corner right here. So perhaps it was from up there. See if anyone comes to pit road here. And Andrew Rich will be the one to come down first. And with that, we will find out what happened to the 621 and 16. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this. Parker was the first one ahead, and it looks like Sanford was making a move on Goldberg, and Parker went to make a move on Sanford. Brock's right there behind, and Alves is behind the 21. Oh, and the 6 just hit the brakes a lot more than Brock thought, and the 2 made contact up into the outside wall. Alves hits the underside of his teammate's car. How many drivers actually missed this? Oh boy. So a 3-car wreck, but big incident. We saw something like this in 2017. Does Osborne and these guys make it through? Osborne actually clipped the 6. So Joshua Osborne makes a decent lick into Philip Parker, and that's going to hurt him. He was 23rd, and that is definitely not going to have his day finish well. Let's take you back to the racing action and see if we can catch the end of this pit cycle. We're back at Papyrus here now, live, guys, as Dylan Young just dropped down the pit road. Alex Gray staying out on lap 39 to go. You've got to wonder what is going to happen here at this race. Will Andrew Rich get win number 7? That would be insane to see. Looks like Seth Cole, Sanford, Jessica Shelton staying out as well. Not sure if anyone else has stayed out. And Alex Gray will duck down pit road here for his last stop of the day. Seth Cole flying in behind. As we mentioned, Osborne got a piece. Shelton, Sanford, did anyone else stay out? Oh, Alexander Rowe did. Ooh, Fitzwater actually passing on the outside of Rowe to get into pit road. Deanna Jones there as well. Tringali and Arndt. And there's Andrew Rich. Rich is in front of Dylan Young. There's Oskin, Nunn. Let's see, I don't know if these three are going to be able to draft their way up to Rich. Oskin is already going faster than Andrew, though. There's Alex Gray. Gray is way behind the ball here. I don't know if these 8 laps are going to be enough for Gray to catch up. But Andrew Rich should be the race leader now. Bulldog Motorsports is going to go back to back. We'll see. We're still not. Let's see. There's Young. There's Oskin. There's Nunn. They're catching. So this race isn't over as we hit 7 to go for Andrew Rich. .1 second lead. It looks like it'll be Rich, Young, Oskin, Nunn, or Alex Gray. Cole Deaver up to 6th place. Hanley still sits 8th. Seth Cole 9th. Jackson 10th. Can't really see what's going on here. Oh, Young, Nunn, and Oskin all racing together here. This is for second, and Alex Gray's right there. Gray, the only other chase driver in the top 5 with a shot at this W. Oskin barely beats Young in the line, and oh, it's John Nunn and Gray going to make it 3 wide. They thought about it. They thought about it at 6 to go as they've caught Andrew Rich. It's going to be down to these 5 for this race win. A lot less carnage this year than we had last year. But the big names in the DNF column are Austin Alves and William Brock, who will head into Auto Club with a lot of work to do. And Young's going to make it 3 wide with Gray. Oh, are they going to make it work? They both cleared the 22 of Samet Oskin. John Nunn's chasing his teammate Andrew Rich. Oskin's going to help his teammate Dylan Young, trying to keep him in the neck. Oh, and he can't do it. They were trying to keep him on the inside of Alex Gray. John Nunn's chasing teammate Andrew Rich, looking for that first career victory. 5 to go. Rich is looking for win number 7 on the season. A record that I don't know if we'll ever see be broken. Nunn is right there now, right on the bumper of the 53 car. Remember, Rich was the first to pit out of this group to get the head up on these guys. Gray's the one with the freshest rubber. Let's look at the rear bumper camera of Andrew Rich. Here's Young. Young got back by Alex Gray. See, when does that 9 car start to get closer? It really is not getting a lot closer there. Here he comes at 4 to go. Right there. Dylan Young sitting in 3rd. There's the move by John Nunn. With the right-hander coming up. We know this, the left lane on that right-hander's the preferred line. Can Nunn make it work up there? Oh, he can't do it. Rich throws it in a little deeper. Oskin might have lost the draft. It's unknown. Young's going to make a move to the inside of Nunn. Oh, and Alex Gray makes contact almost with Young, getting into the corner. And Gray will pass Young to the outside. Oskin is still in view in 5th. So Young falls back to 4th. Gray's peeking under the 9. He's really pushing the 9 car right now. 3 to go for Andrew Rich. And Gray's making the move, but he doesn't have the draft help. Here comes Young and Oskin. They're right there. The teammates. Oskin's actually kind of trailing at the back. This race really heating up as Young's going to make the move on Gray again for 3rd. Can't do it. Gray with the fresher tires. He's going to hold on. Can anyone catch Andrew Rich? He started mid-pack. This is not a car that started in the top 10, guys. He started 21st. Staying out the longest out of anybody on the first cycle might have been what got this guy the win today, if he can pull it off. Nunn, Gray, Young, they're all singled up again. Oh, Nunn is really close this time. But Gray's going to make the move again. Young is actually going to follow this time. 2 to go at Papyrus. No other incidents. Osborne, as we said, got that damage from hitting the 6. He's down to 36th place. And there's the move by John Nunn. With the 1 lap fresher tires, will take the race lead. Can he hold off the rest of these 4 drivers, though? Gray's now on the left side of Rich. Gray's really going to send it in there, but he can't quite do it. Now Young slides up. Young can't do it. Gray all the way up top. It's Rich Ducks all the way down to the bottom. And Gray will clear Andrew Rich for 2nd place now. Young throws it in the corner. Oskin's still sitting right there in 5th. Can't seem to get a run. Young's out of the draft help. Can Rich clear him before the corner? He does. Now Gray with a run on the rookie. John Nunn as they come to the white flag. Gray with a huge run on the 9. He makes the move. Does he get the help? He doesn't. White flag for John Nunn. Now Rich right there on the bumper of Alex Gray. Dylan Young there as well. Will a chase driver get the win, or will it be one of these guys looking for their first career victory? Young clears Alex Gray into the turn. You've got to make these next few corners count. You've got to get the best draft run you can. You've got to have the help. Can Nunn pull it off? We're at the end of these tires. Gray's getting a good run. Young's getting the draft with the 3. Here they come. They're closing up on the 9. Will they make the move into this corner, or will they do it in the last? Gray's looking low. He's looking low, but Nunn's getting the run up top. That might seal the deal. I don't know if Gray will have another chance. Into the last corner. It's been a long time coming. The 9 car could not get it done with Tyler Merkel in 2017. But as they come off the final corner, it'll be John Nunn taking this 9 machine to victory lane here at Papyrus. It's Gray with a last-ditch effort to the inside, but cannot. They did not have enough time. What a race. What a finish. John Nunn wins at Papyrus, leaving only team owner Zach Rogers winless in 2018. And John Nunn is the 5th rookie to get a W this year. Alex Gray will come home 2nd. Good point stay for him. Looking at the points coming in, he was 5th, so he is definitely looking good going into Auto Club. Dylan Young comes home 3rd, one of his best runs of the year, I think, since Atlanta. Andrew Rich comes home 4th, was looking for another win, but another good day for that 53 team. That's their 15th top 10 on the season. Oskin gets 5th. He never could get a run, it seemed. He was just kind of there in the draft. Seth Cole gets 6th, Jessica Shelton 7th, Cole Deaver 8th, Charles Sanford 9th, and James Qualls rounds out the top 10. I hope you guys enjoyed the action here. I'll see you guys at Auto Club next week. 88 laps of action this time around instead of another 13 laps. And we'll see what happens in the first elimination race. 4 drivers will be cut from the chase next week. So I will see you guys then.